It's going to be 62 degrees in Nashville as well, and you're going to be looking at some rain. So if you're a sports fan and into sports, you may want to keep one of these on you tonight as MTSU takes on Belmont tonight for our baseball game. 63 degrees for Columbia, and taking it further south to Lawrenceburg, also looking at 63 degrees. So just all over, you're seeing some of the high 60s, and when you take it further south, looking into Chattanooga.
Although it wasn't set to open until the fall, it is here and a semester early. Now, majority on campus are seeing the big move as being very convenient, but still you have some that are affected in more ways than right here at the JCPenney at Stones River Mall, where a 26-year-old woman was accused of stealing $800 worth of cosmetics. According to loss prevention security guards, she was seen stuffing the cosmetics into her shopping bag, where she was then escorted out. Her court date is now set for May 19th of this year. Bomb threat this morning at the Rutherford County Courthouse caused everyone to evacuate the scene as soon as the call was phoned in. Luckily, no one was injured, and officials say that everyone will be able to return to the courthouse just shortly after. Because there's an argument between the Democrats and the Republicans. Now, the Republicans are saying that if you raise minimum wage from $7.25 to $10.10, you'll help get over $9 billion out of poverty. Now, the argument, according to Republicans, is that if you raise the wages, sure, it'll be good for some, but think about the billions that will become in poverty after losing their jobs. The pools are open and school's out for the summer, but while you're laying out, be sure to keep you some sunscreen handy, or a tan this summer will be the least of your worries. Staying active with cardio can be one of the best ways to keep your heart healthy, because remember, heart disease can happen to anyone at any age.
When you're eating away at those flapjacks and waffles, you're probably using one of your favorite syrups. But as far as the ingredients, what you don't know can kill you.
I would definitely steer away knowing that situation, and I'm about to buy some right now, so you really got me second guessing on putting it back, but my kids like it with the pancakes.
A dilemma all pancake and syrup lovers now face. According to many Consumer Reports and tests, 4-MEI found in 2 types of maple syrup, or as the agent appears, caramel coloring, contains carcinogens which causes cancer in people.
The coloring itself, any of that artificial stuff is, it's harmful.
I'm like, that's what I'm putting in my body? That's really gross. And I kind of just set it down.
The tests were performed on mice using 2 kinds of caramel coloring, and they all got cancer from it, which is why everyone is now urged to monitor the amount of syrup they ate with the coloring.
The first thing that popped into my head is how much my family consumes.
I've known about that for quite a while, and I think it is awful what they put in food and big business has done with GMOs and artificial flavorings and colorings.
Finding out pancake syrup may not have the best ingredients came as a shock to many, but for one woman, she's already looking for an alternative route to beat the issue.
I mean, you probably come out better going back to pioneer days, or being like the Amish and just making your own foods, syrup and everything else. It's ridiculous.
Making your own syrup might not be a bad idea, since you'll know the ingredients listed. Among those tested positive for 4-MEI, including Hungry Jack Original, Aunt Jemima Original and Lights, and Mrs. Butterworth's Original and Lights.
I don't touch them because honestly, it's that syrup in it that just, not knowing that even, I'm just like, no thanks. But
popular and tasty or not, syrup lovers have decided it's just not worth the health risk.
I won't be buying Aunt Jemima, Mrs. Butterworth. I love Mrs. Butterworth, but no, I won't be buying it. Not anymore.
Now, the companies making the syrups that tested positive for the agents have released statements saying that they abide by all policies and assure that all of their foods are safe.
I think it's hit our house.
To say her home was hit is an understatement. The damage the tornado did to her home and yard is nothing short of awful, but could have been much worse. When Kay Cooley heard of the damage the tornado had caused to her home, her response was very upbeat.
I thought, okay, well, there's a tree on it, and that was going to be pretty major. He, of course, had not gotten around to the back of the house where the RV is in the pool, and the pool house is gone, and my car is crashed.
Though her garage is knocked down to the ground and trees are down to the stumps all throughout her yard, Her faith shines through all the darkness that has presented itself.
I mean, I firmly believe that God puts you where he wants you to be.
And according to her mom, they have every reason to keep the faith.
They haven't lost anything. They've lost everything like this, but they're blessed. They have food, they have a house to stay in, we're blessed.
Friends within the neighborhood came from all over to help Cooley and her family pack up everything still in good condition. Overall, she had some damage, but she's managed to stay afloat, unlike her neighbors and their homes.
It's been very, very bad weather. We've gone to our neighbors who has a storm cellar, and their house is no longer there.
Sadly, the storm cellar is the only thing remaining from her neighbor's property.
We're all in a state of shock. It's pretty overwhelming to see the devastation that's happened to our home. Yeah.
And if they say Murray who, say 501.
The home the neighbors built from the ground up was now just another part of a pavement. All that's left is a tilted kitchen and a bunch of memories. Tornadoes are something that the community is very familiar with, but it was just something about this one that just didn't sit right with Cooley.
And I noticed there was a spot on the radar that concerned me somewhat, but it looked like it was going to come back like maybe 8:45, 9:15. It just felt strange all day. Just the weather felt strange all day.
And you had a strange feeling?
I did. I had a strange feeling. I work for the school system, and of course, we started getting out early, and it was just there were things that were happening.
Her suspicions were true. The Lincoln County Elementary School was ripped to shreds. Workers all pitched in with efforts to remove the school bus that was pushed on top of the school. The kids who attended the school were set to take their TCAP exam the day of the storm.
We were supposed to start yesterday or today, and guess we'll make it up later.
From destroying homes to destroying schools, the double tornadoes came to destroy and break. But for the people, the only thing left broken are the houses and limbs, not their spirits.
Good morning. I'm here with Jade Hicks, who's here to talk about hip-hop in the media, and she's not really for or against the issue specifically. Jade, would you like to tell us where your stand is on the issue?
Well, pretty much I am a hip-hop lover. I love old school hip-hop, but the new school hip-hop I'm not really a big fan of because there's so much vulgarity. The language, the content, and just the image it's portraying out there is what people really don't like, and that's one of the things that I definitely don't like.
So image is definitely a big thing. So when you talk about image, would you say that it objectifies women? I mean, just how does it make women look?
Yes,
the black community.
I definitely think it.
Global Mall, formerly known as Hickory Hollow Mall, has really been a shell of itself for the past couple of years with businesses moving elsewhere. But with the new additions, the area might attract the community in other ways than retail. Global Mall over the years has gone from an attractive shopping center to a retail ghost town. With the reopening of Opry Mills Mall, it might not make sense for you to shop there. But the mall is in the works to adding recreational resources for the youth, such as an ice rink and a library and residence. I'm Larachel Moody.
And I'm Jade Hicks. Welcome to our morning news report.
With all the controversies and glitches associated with the Affordable Healthcare website, President Obama is stressing that it's more than just a website. Once again, the president is forced to defend his signature healthcare program, and he admits that the website has some issues, but the president assures America the healthcare program itself is an overall good. Now, the Girl Scouts of Middle Tennessee gives the community another chance to see what they're all about. Very exciting.
And these young ladies in green and brown jackets gave the Middle Tennessee area their first glow-in-the-dark Easter egg hunt. News 3 reporter Marquis.
You know, Larachel, today's the first day of April, and you know what that's known for.
Yes, April Fools. Have you had any interesting pranks played on you?
Not today, but the day isn't quite over yet. That's all we have for you today on the News 3 report this afternoon. Thanks for joining us. I'm Chris Townsend.
And I'm Larachel Moody.
Stay close.